wrestled out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So the Mounties once again come up big on special teams, and they block what would be 3 points for the Pirates, and they get the football back up 7-0 with 11:48 left to go here in the opening quarter.
Hey, Taekwon Glass did a great job there. Heads up play by the defense, the special teams on that play. Great block. I didn't see exactly who that hit, but it was a great reaction by Glass. Unfortunately, he had to change directions, head the other way. Still got some positive yardage.
So the Mounties will take over at their own 28. Up 7-0, 11:48 left to go in the opening quarter here from Ventura College. Allo out of the gun. Going to drop back to pass, faces pressure. It's going to be a dump-off pass for Gates, and he's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 2. Number 22 for the Pirates, Matt Singleton, the sophomore 6-foot linebacker out of Thousand Oaks, making the tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They blew up that play from the start. 2nd and 12 for the Mounties, quickly moving in this spread offense. Allo, pass out to the far side of the field. That's Ryan Simpson across the 30 to the 34. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 for the Mounties as Ventura College looks to force Mount San Antonio College on a 3-and-out.
We'll see what they can do here as Allo's going with the no huddle. And in there with him is Ryan Simpson, I believe.
Snap is back. Allo fires over Simpson's head, and it's intercepted. Making the interception that time for Ventura was Mike Serino, who had an INT last week and is the defending CSFA Defensive Player of the Week. And he returns that one to the Mountie 38-yard lines. Allo's 2nd pick in as many weeks, and that's a big-time turnover for the Ventura College defense.
Well, yeah, they did a great job jumping all over that pass. That ball sailed right over Ryan Simpson's head. No chance for him to collect that ball at all.
So Brady in the offense. They'll start at the Mountie 38. Can they capitalize off of good field position this time? Pass is incomplete. Going for Stanton once again out of the backfield.
Stanton's going to get a lot of looks in this game. He's going to utilize his 5'8 frame to penetrate this Mount SAC defense. He's so quick on the field. Unfortunately, on that last screen play, he just fumbled the ball.
Like you mentioned, Brian, Aaron Stanton, just at 5'8", sophomore at Moore Park. He'll get the handoff here, gets to the outside, inside the 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 34 for about a gain of 4, and now it'll be a 3rd and 6 for Ventura College. Can the Mounties defense come up clutch once again?
Well, Pritchard did a great job, the linebacker, 6'1", 200 pounds, catching up to him out of Barstow. The first-year player did a great job as far as Stanton cutting around that corner, making sure he was pushed completely out of bounds.
3rd and 3 here for Ventura College at the 32 of Mount San Antonio College. 5 wide set, empty backfield. Brady drops back to pass. Now he's pressured, and Brady's going down at the 42. Leading the charge that time for the Mounties was Fanoa Koiladlotu, the freshman out of Washington. And that'll be about a loss of 10. And back up Ventura College to the Mount SAC 41. And now it is a 4th and 13 situation. It looks like the Pirates are going to go for it here. So here we go. A big-time 4th down early in this game, and it'll be instead Brady Pooch kicking it away. And that turns out to be a pretty good punt. It'll be down at the 18-yard line, and I think that's a smart decision that time to punt it away and try to pin the Mounties offense, which is so lethal deep in their own territory.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Mount SAC can do. After the turnover, Allo may be settling down now into the game. That last interception throw was way over his, Ryan Simpson's head. We'll see if he's settled down. And, defensively for Mount SAC, they're doing a great job keeping up with Stanton. Although these guys are big frames, over 6 foot, the defensive linemen and defensive ends are catching up to Stanton in his run game. He's so quick around that corner, they're having no problem right now as far as catching up to him, making sure he gets down or out of bounds.
So the Mounties will start at their own 18. They lead 7-0, 9:54 left to go here in the opening quarter. It'll be a play action, and the pass is tipped in the air, and it's caught by a Mountie offensive lineman, and he'll barrel his way to the 24-yard line. So that was a very interesting play. The pass was intended for Antoine Anderson. It hit off of his chest pads and flew into the air, and it was caught by a Mountie for a gain of 8. So 2nd and 2. Snap is fumbled here, and luckily for the Mounties, Brandon Wilson, the running back, falling on top of it. Loss of 3 on the play, and now it's a 3rd and 5. The Mounties perhaps moving a little bit too quick here on offense.
Yeah, they look a little unorganized, not really settled into this game. I just talked about if Al was going to settle down during this drive after that INT, and it just looks like he fumbled that low snap. Thankfully, Brandon Wilson was in there to recover for him.
So here we go on a 3rd and 5. Ball at the Mountie 22. 4 receivers set. 3 to the far side of the field. Allo drops back to pass. It'll be a screen pass for Wilson. Wilson, with a head of steam, has the first down to the 30-yard line. A big pickup of 8 and move the chains for Mount San Antonio College.
That looked like a page out of Omaris Tolbert's running game there, Chris, as he just put his head down, knew exactly where the marker was, and got first down.
1st and 10 for the Mounties. Hand off to Omaris Tolbert, who gets over left tackle, gets to the outside, and has a solid pickup of 6.
So Tolbert here now trying to establish himself during this drive. This is a no-huddle offense right now as they're in the hurry up. We'll see what they call here for Tolbert, or if he's going out wide to one of his big targets out there, the 6-foot frame wideouts.
Under center here is Allo on a 2nd down at the 34. Play action. Flushed out to his right. Now he's just going to take off and run. Gets to the 35 and is wrestled down out of bounds. Perhaps a late hit there, but there are no flags on the play, and it'll bring up the 2nd, 3rd down of this drive for the Mounties.
I think he started his tackle, the defensive player on Allo, right before the out-of-bounds marker, and they just fell into that little territory right by the all the bench players, I should say, of Ventura.
Ball's at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 4. 7:58 left to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Mount Sac. Striking first on a 1-yard run by Omaris Tolbert. Play action here. Pass is complete, and that should be good enough for a first down, and it will be to the 44-yard line. Catching that time, the pass from Justin Allo was Kennedy Sykes, the 6'4 freshman out of Lakewood High School. Now it's a 1st and 10 for the Mounties. Really moving quickly in that no-huddle offense. Handoff, Wilson breaks a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage and gets to midfield for a pickup of 6.
Brandon Wilson now looking great on that last carry for Mount Sac. Here, Chris, the 5'10", 230. And hard into their defense.
2nd and 3 here for the Mounties. Ball's right at the 50. Allo has the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Pressure coming that time from number 76, Tanner Geiger, the sophomore D lineman out of Simi Valley, California. And once again, Mount Sac faced with a 3rd down. It'll be a 3rd and 3 right at midfield. You talk about wacky week 3, Brian. Just got an update from that Grossmont-Riverside game. Grossmont, an upset, 38-28 over the Tigers, and flags fly here. Looks to be a false start against the Mounties.
That is an unranked team taking care of Riverside.
And some call Riverside the number 1 team in Southern California. According to a couple of polls here and there, RCC was number 1, certainly won't be after that, what you can call as an embarrassing loss, maybe, at Grossmont.
Whatever the case was, it just seemed to be that Riverside never really got settled into the game before they knew it. They were down pretty big there, and a few turnovers that affected them throughout the game.
So after the false start, it's a 3rd and 8. Mounties have it at their own 45. Allo going to step up and run. A broken play, gets past midfield, and is. And it looks like Coach Jabs is going to send out his punting unit here. Ventura holds strong.
I would have liked to seen them go for it.
Yeah,
it's about
their power package
gain.
with Tolbert and Wilson in the backfield is so dynamic. I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's very early in this game, and you trust your defense to maybe get a turnover.
And Coach Jabs and his staff do such a great job.
Yeah, who are we to doubt a guy that's 95-18 in his tenure?
I just want to see it.
Rugby-style punt inside the 10, And, that takes a very, very nice Mount San Antonio College bounce, and the Mounties are going to down it at the 2-yard line.
Joseph Bryant heads up, the DB, 186 foot. He's out of St. Louis, you guys, or St. Louis High School, excuse me. He did a great job as far as that bounce came up right into his chest almost and just downed it for the Mounties. Great position. We'll see if their defense can hold here.
What a bounce in the punt from number 61, Christian Fulham, out of Glendora High School, a sophomore. So now Jalen Brady in the offense. They'll set up shop at their own 2, trailing 7-0. 6:28 left to go here in the opening quarter at Ventura College as the sun is setting in beautiful Southern California. Brady drops back to pass. He'll dump off a little screen pass. That's number 84. The 6'3" sophomore tight end on the reception. He'll get himself 2 to the 5-yard line, and that'll give the Pirates a little bit of breathing room here, playing in the shadows of their own goalposts, literally with the sun on goalposts. 2nd and 7 here. 4 receivers set. It'll be Brady keeping past the 10, has a first down, and he's down to the 15-yard line, so that's a big-time pickup from Jalen Brady. He was ranked the 44th best dual-threat quarterback in the nation in his recruiting class of 2014, and he shows why right there.
Well, C.D. Tama Avena, pardon me, pinched in. He thought the running back got the ball on that last carry, and that opened up a lane for the quarterback.
It'll be a handoff here to Stanton, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. I think Ventura College is going to find out very early in this one that it's almost impossible to run up the middle on this big defensive front of the Mounties.
These guys are huge, and they're fast. I mean, I mentioned it in the last drive that they have no problem catching up with Stanton, the 5'8" running back for Ventura.
Whistles blow here. It looks like we're going to have another timeout. It'll be Mount SAC taking a timeout for the first time tonight with 5:22 left to go in the opening quarter. The Mounties lead 7-0. Brian Tabajay alongside Chris Sylvester here with you tonight from the Ventura College Sportsplex, a fairly new little stadium they have here in Ventura, and it's a nice one. There's only seating on the near side of the field, but it's filled up pretty nicely tonight with Mountie fans that made the trip up north, and of course the Ventura College faithful, always here supporting their Pirates. This is the Pirates' first home game of the season. They opened up the season on the road at Fullerton, dropped that contest 29-10, and rebounded last week with a big-time road victory at Redondo Union High School against El Camino College, 33-30. Out of the timeout, it'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Mounties. For the Pirates at their own 16-yard line. 5 receivers set here for Brady. He's going to keep it. Lots of room up the middle. Has a first down and more past the 35, and he slides down at the 37. Pickup of about 15 there and move the chains for the Pirates. Jalen Brady, very effective on the ground so far here tonight.
Magalea did a great job. Number 17 for the Mounties, the linebacker, 6'3", 230. Caught up to Brady, who looks very comfortable right now, and he has no problem taking a hit and taking a rush if there's nothing open in coverage.
A lot of 5 wide sets. Another empty backfield situation here for the Pirates. Quick pass out to the wideout Nick Rudolph, and he'll pull it down. He's a 6'4" freshman out of Ventura High School, and a solid gain of 6. Breaking a tackle and gaining about 1 to the 38-yard line goes Aaron Stanton. At just 5'8", runs so low to the ground. That's why he's so hard to bring down. But it will nonetheless be a 3rd and 3 here.
Tama Avena on that last tackle. Seedy is the other twin. The linebacker caught up to him right around the corner after Stanton bumped into his own offensive lineman, stopping him for slowing him down at least, Chris.
Mounties bring the pressure here on a 3rd and 3, and the pass is intercepted. Making the diving interception that time for the Mounties was Aaron Simpson, the 5'9" sophomore.